Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome again to my channel. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what happened and what's going on right now in my daily life. So as you guys know, I was in the hospital for about 2 months and a half. I was diagnosed with MS, which is multiple sclerosis, and MSG, which is also myasthenia gravis. When I first went into the hospital, I didn't know what any of those two things were. Until now, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is that. So, I just want to talk about the stuff that happened and what is going on right now. What am I waiting for? I'm still not able to walk. On my right side, I am very tough. I mean, I could do everything. I'm kind of strong on it, but on my left side, I am not. So it's taking a while for me to come back and be able to walk and get everything ready. To be able to get out there. So I want to talk a little bit about what happened when I was at the hospital. As you guys all know from my last video, I was in the at the hospital, and now I am here at my house. I was in Chino Valley. I went in because I started having a lot of headaches, dizziness, and I felt weak. I didn't know what was going on with me. I just felt it from one day to another. So at Chino Valley, they did a CT scan, which I'm going to show you guys a picture. That's what they did to me, and they said that everything was normal. So they said that they didn't know what was happening, so they needed to take me to another hospital where they could do more investigation and stuff, a little bit more research on it. So they sent me to Pomona Valley, and in Pomona they did the MRI, which is the MRI. And in the MRI, they saw that I had white spots. These white spots, if you can see, the one that doesn't have no spots is the normal brain of every human being. The one with the white spots, which are called lesions, that's my brain. So basically, I have problems, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. When those white spots came back to the doctor, he decided to do a spinal tap. And a spinal tap looks like this. So they went in with I remember I was in bed and I couldn't walk or anything. And they said that they needed to do a spinal tap because of the white cells, white like lesions in my brain. They needed to see what was it. Because it could have been a couple of things. It could have been the myasthenia gravis, which we already know that I have, the multiple sclerosis, which I have, or it could have just been a migraine that was getting over it. So if any of you guys have migraines, you can also get those white spots. So he wanted to make sure if it was actually what he thought it was, which is the MS and the MSG. He did the spinal tap. Dun dun dun. That was scary. So they took me down to the OR, which is the operation room. But it was a little bit more different than an actual OR because I've been in operating rooms and it's very different. Usually when you first go into operating room, it's hella cold in there. And then second of all, you have this big light. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's like this big light that's just on top of the bed, and you feel like you're about to enter God's gates, but you're not. You're just going to sleep. So that room was way different than the room that they put me in for the spinal tap. When I went in, they laid me down on my back, which on the picture it shows you guys that you can either be kneeling, either they have you. This is my wheelchair that I have for now. They'll have you like this, and they'll do the spinal tap, or they have you laying down this way. For me, they had me on my stomach, so I was this way. Which when they started it, my hands had to go back and I just had to relax. So he said I wasn't going to feel anything, which is going to be a pinch, all this beep, 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 beep. Okay. So, they laid me down and they said I was going to feel nothing. The first poke that went in, OMG. I screamed because I felt it. I felt it so bad. So they gave me a couple minutes. They told me to relax, and they got my nurses in, and they gave me some medicine through my IV, which was here. I had so much stuff because they did so many IVs. Because when they would go in, they will burst. So that was a problem that I had. Okay. First of all, I'm a heart stick, and then second of all, the damn what is it called? The veins were popping. So every time they will find it, it will burst. So where was I? Oh, so they gave me the medicine, and then they were able to go in and take out liquid from my spine. So basically, they went into the spine, like you can see in the picture. They went into the spine, and they once it's in the spine, they'll pull the syringe, not with the thing, but they'll pull it to get some liquid out. That liquid, they sent it to a specific place, and they were checking it to see exactly what was going on. So I had about, I think it was 2 to 3 days that I wasn't feeling well. My headaches weren't going away. I felt like crap, and I felt wet on my back, which was not normal. So my sister, which always spend the night there and always was with me during the whole thing. She stayed at the hospital for the whole 2 months. She bent me over to see, and I was leaking. So they called the doctor, and they said that it was been 3 days after the spinal tap, and I was still leaking out of the hole. So he decided to do something that was called a blood tap, which was almost the same thing like the spinal tap, but it's different. As you can see in the picture, they would go in with the they'll start another IV. They'll take out blood from my vein, and that blood that they would take, which was like this much of blood, they would inject it back in the hole that they made, and inject that blood in my spine, and it will spread like the picture. So it was like all that. So after they did the blood tap, that's what it's called. It's when they tap, like basically a tapping with some blood. They did that, and I got out from the OR, and I fell asleep. The next day I woke up, I felt like I did help. I was okay. They said that I came back positive for MS and MSG. They decided to do something that's called an IVIG, which is a treatment in the vein. As you guys can see, the bottles. Those bottles are the IVIG. Now, that liquid is something that's supposed to help your body. So the IVIG, I had to look it up because I didn't really know exactly what it was. I just knew that they were going to put it on, and it was going to help me to not feel the symptoms and be able to walk again, and I guess be able to see fine, and it was going to help me. So it says here that IVIG treatment for myasthenia gravis effectiveness eliminates, and novel is a therapeutic strategy that they use to help the MG. So it's like a therapy that they use for people with MG. So it's almost like if you have cancer, you'll get the chemotherapy. If you have MG, which is what I have, you'll get the IVIG. And that helps you to not eliminate the MG, but to stop it from getting worse. So that's what it was. Now, the bottles that you see in the picture, they're kind of small. But when they first came up to me and they gave me these bottles, they were, no exaggerate, they were that big, and they were glass. So my sister, when she first saw it, she got so scared, so did I. And I was like, wait a minute, I gotta drink that? She's like, no, it's gonna go in your IV, hun. So they like put this thing on it. It's like a little tap, and they put it in there like a needle, and then the wire comes down, and then it goes into my vein, and that would last up to 12 hours. So every 12 hours they would have to take it away and bring a new bottle, and it was for 3 to 4 days. It was a treatment that I was supposed to have. So when I finished the treatment, I felt like I was able to move and a little bit more on my leg, and I was able to stand up with the walker and walk around my hospital bed. But then after that, they decided that they were going to send me to Casa Colina, and in Casa Colina I wasn't allowed to have the IVIG no more. First, because it's really expensive, and it was a trial. It wasn't actually like something that anybody can have. And then in Casa Colina, you are not allowed to have, if you're really, really ill, then you can have an IV. But if you're not that bad, then you don't need the IV. And the only way you could take the IVIG is by the vein. There's no other way that you could take it. So right now, what I'm trying to do is talk to my doctor and see, because they're saying that either I'm going to have to get a port, which is going to be here, and it's going to be inside of my artery, and that one's going to be injected with the IVIG every week for 2 days. So every 2 days, every week, I'm going to have to go in for, like, say, instead of me getting chemotherapy, I'm going to be getting the IVIG. So since I was in Casa Colina, I wasn't able to get that IVIG, like I said. So they would have me with therapies and my medicine, which I would take for the MS, which is a myasthenia gravis, MSG, which is the myasthenia gravis, and the MS, which is a multiple sclerosis. I have so much meds that I take on a daily basis. When I first wake up, I have to take at least 4 to 5 meds, and that's to help my system to be able to wake up and be able to function and do these videos. And then during the day, if I get, because I do get a lot of their seizures, and I call them seizures, but I don't know exactly if they are seizures. I just know that when they finish the episode, I don't remember what happens. But my husband and anybody that's here, they know what happened. They tend to say that I would cramp up and then I would start shaking uncontrollably. So I would have to take pills for that too. And so basically that's what I'm doing right now, taking my pills like I'm supposed to. And then I also got diagnosed with sleep paralysis, which is very, very, very scary. It's something that you're sleeping and you feel like you need to wake up, but your body won't listen to you. It's not waking up. You feel that you're awake, but I don't know if you are awake or not, but I just feel like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm not able to move or scream. And then when I come back, I get up and I'm like terrified because I couldn't move. So then after a couple minutes, I'll knock out and go to sleep. But that's what I got too. So and then I have like difficulty sleeping with all the stuff that's happening. So I take meds for sleeping, pills for pain, pills for the MS, and pills for the MSG. So I take so much pills on a daily basis to help me function, and that's what I'm living with right now. I already have my transport chair, like you guys saw it. Let me go back a little bit for you guys to see it. This is my transport chair. You guys can see it from the side. And then these here, they're able to fold. So if I want to like put it away, I can put it away. And I also have my walker, which I'm not able to use yet until I get my brace. My brace, that's what I want to talk to you guys about. So my brace is going to be a KAFO, and exactly I don't know what it stands for because I didn't look it up. I forgot to look it up. So it's a KAFO. I'll put it down in the descriptions, and it's a brace that will go from my hip all the way to my toe, and that would help because my toe right now and my foot, it's just like this. And if I have the brace on, it will support my feet, support my toes, and it'll keep it straight to where the point that when I try to walk, when I go to therapy, my hip will move, and then it'll move this one as well, and then that's how I'll be able to walk, because right now I'm not able to either get up on my own, because if I even try, I can dislocate my hip, so I have to be really careful. So I'm just waiting on my brace. So I also have a transport chair, which is the one that I showed you guys, and my walker, which I do not use. It's brand new because I have to wait for my brace. And then I have a bathtub, which is it's a bath chair, I think it's called, shower chair, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So that's my shower chair, and this goes inside the shower. That part's inside, and this one will be outside, and I'll just scooch in. My husband will help me, and then I will take a shower in here. So basically that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what happened in the hospital, what I'm doing now, how is it that it's going. Right now I'm just waiting on my neurologists. I'm waiting to get my appointments to get all that stuff done. A neurologist, doctors, my eye doctor, because this eye I'm able to see you, but you guys, everything is like really blurry with this eye, blurry, and I see double vision a lot. So when I strain myself to look through this eye, I do get headaches. So that's another fact, I take naps. Once I got diagnosed with this, I feel like I had to take naps, and also the doctor said that I have to take couple of naps during the day because my battery, which is our body, does not charge fully overnight. So when the day comes, I feel like I want to do everything, but then my brain will get tired first, then my body. So that's when I start shaking uncontrollably. When I go to the restroom, I do need help. When I get up onto my bed, I do need help. If I stand for too long, which is not by myself, my husband or my friends or my family, they help me up. I do tend to shake a lot because of the fact that I do not have stability in my legs and in my mind. So that's what's going on right now. So once I get all my doctor's appointments and I start going to therapies and stuff, I'll make sure to bring you guys along with me, and you guys can see my whole recovery. Like I said, I'm a very positive person, so everything that's happening, I mean, it's not gonna bring me down at all. It's something that I just have to learn to live with, and I know that one day I'll be fine. Even though a lot of people in the doctor are saying that MS and MSG there's no cure for, but I feel like they're not the only ones that have a say here. God is the only one that knows, and I have a lot of faith that that's gonna go away someday. And so I'm just, like I said, a very positive person, and I do tend to do everything that I can on my own. I haven't needed that much assistance like I thought I was going to need, because I'm a very strong person. So everything that I can't do, then I'll ask for help. But if I can try, then I try to do it. So that's basically all from my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please, please, please like and subscribe to my channel. And then keep up with my videos. That's how you guys can see my recovery, because I do want to post everything that I do from now on till, I don't know, till God tells me when. When I get the portal, I want you guys to be there. And when I start walking, I know I'm gonna walk one day, and I know you guys are gonna have to be there. Like, I'm gonna film it. That's a thing that I gotta film. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys again on the next video. So yeah, love you guys and take care. Mwah. Bye.